Hello everyone and welcome to my preview for a bumper weekend of racing. We start on Friday night at the Valley where I've got 2 to look at. We go to Sandown on Saturday where I've got 7 to look at. Then we go to Randwick, 4 to look at there. I'm even going to Ascot for the first time ever to look at just one horse. And then it keeps going into Sunday at Balnarring for the Balnarring Cup. It's not a TAB meeting. I won't be giving any of my tips because it's a non-TAB meeting. But I am running the Punters Club down there, so there's going to be a lot of weight on my shoulders on Sunday. So get down to Balnarring on Sunday to experience it all and watch the Cup. Let's get on with this week's preview. We start things in race 1 at the Valley, where I like the Godolphin filly in Tonkin. I think it's a race in 2 between this horse and La Vienne. This was its last start run, Tonkin, at Mornington. La Vienne I actually had at Flemington last week before it got scratched. But moving on to Tonkin, this horse had to do some early work in the early stages here at Mornington. This was only a maiden, so it faces a step up in class, but this was a dominant win. Kicked around the corner. Doesn't look like it has a big sprint on it. Looks like it just has a short sprint, but that'll suit the 1,000 metres of Moonee Valley. Gate 4 won't have to do as much work this time. Second up will be fitter. It looks like an absolute beast. I saw it in the mounting yard at Mornington. It was looking very, very good. Was heavily backed late. Blake Shin sticks. Let's get our weekend off to the right way with Tonkin. In race 3, I like horse number 3 in Bitcoin. We're going to take a look at its last start run at Flemington. This was 2 weeks ago in a benchmark 78 over 2,500 metres won by Taraman Sewer. So off this performance, it drops back in class, rises up in distance, which I think suits. Faced this class and distance at the Valley 2 starts ago, where it just did a little bit wrong in the run and was decent late, finishing 5th on that occasion. I think with a senior rider back on in Ethan Brown from gate 10, it's going to have to go back again, but I'm hoping down that side bit as they get to the 700 metres or so can really start to build its momentum, and I still think it's a good horse in time. It's only had 16 starts, and I think that it is a decent chance on Friday night. This is my best bet anywhere over the weekend. It's Sandown race 2, number 7, Revelare or Revelare, however you pronounce that. This was its last start win at Seymour. This was in a 0 to 64 over the 1,600 metres. Did this oh so easily, winning by 2 1/4 lengths. The form's been frank with Chicago coming out and winning at Mornington. Faces a rise up in class here to a benchmark 70, but it's had 4 starts. It looks really progressive. Gate 4, Ryan Hurdle sticks with this horse, can be on speed again, is 4 or so weeks in between runs, was in at Flemington last week, but got scratched. I think it drew a bit wide there, so that might have been why they scratched it. I think it's a good horse in time, and hopefully it can take another step in the right direction on Saturday. I don't normally like 2-year-old races, but I think this one is very smart. Shining Smile, this was its last start. Jump out at Werribee. It finished 3rd of 6 here, clearly doing the best work late. It was a very good jump out. It's the only raced horse in the field. This is the Blue Diamond preview. Gate 2 will be right on speed. As I've already said, has the race experience. Stackhouse has ridden it in all its 3 runs in the spring, where it didn't miss the top 3 once, including runs in the Maribyrnong trial and the Maribyrnong plate. So I think it's a really good horse, and I don't think there's too many stars in this race from the jump out, so hopefully Shining Smile can get the chocolates. And I'm also playing in the other Blue Diamond preview, the Phillies edition, with number 13, My Gladiola, trained by John McArdle. Jamie Mott takes the ride. This was its last start jump out at Caulfield Heath, where it had possessed some really good early speed to lead the jump out. Price Tag was back to its inside. Price Tag is a good chance in this race, and they both pretty much finished alongside each other. My Gladiola's well bred. I'm Invincible out of a Not a Single Doubt mare. Has had 2 jump outs leading into this. Although I thought Price Tag trialled better here, I just think My Gladiola is going to have that tactical advantage from gate 4. I think it possesses a lot more early speed than Price Tag, so I think from gate 4 it could potentially lead, and Price Tag's drawn gate 1. Although it'll be close to the speed, I don't know if it has the ability to lead the race, so we'll need some luck around the lakeside track, and hopefully My Gladiola can take out the Blue Diamond preview for the fillies. Moving to race 7, where I like horse number 4 in Smokin' Princess. This was its last start win at Flemington in a fillies and mares benchmark 78 over the 1,600 metres. It was only third up on this occasion. It was peaking into this. Did very well to win. Faces a rise up in class here against the boys and up to 84 level. But I just think it's a really good horse. Has never missed the top 3 at this distance. Is 7 wins from 17 starts. That's a pretty good record. Tom Preble's 6, bringing the weight down to, I believe, 55 kilos. Was good against the boys 2 starts ago at Pakenham in a benchmark 78 over the 1600 metres. I would have preferred Hillside instead of Lakeside for this horse, but I think it's a good chance of winning, and hopefully it soars down the outside late to score. I'm with the old boy in race 8 at Sandown, number 5, Buffalo River. This was its last start jump out at Werribee. It managed to settle on the speed here and win. Hasn't run since the Supernova in late December at Pakenham, where it finished 5 lengths off Here to Shock. That run was only fair, but had to do some early work. I just think it's 2 from 3 at the track and distance. It gets in with the 54 kilos here. It draws gate 3. Won't have to do as much work. Around Lakeside, it can sometimes suit leaders. I just think with all those things combined, the $9 looks value. So I'm happy to have 1 unit the win on Buffalo River on Saturday. Race 9 is the Group 3 Manfred Stakes. It's a wide open race, but I like number 5, Ndola. This was its last start jump out at Werribee. This was in the same jump out as Buffalo River. Did some nice work from the back late. I think this horse is really good. It's 3 from 5 in its career. It's a Sandown winner in the past. It's a track and distance winner in the past. It's won 2 from 2 on good ground. Luke Curry has won on the horse all 3 starts. He rides it on Saturday. Draws gate 3, so I think it's settled midfield. It's a good field. It's a Group 3, 3-year-old field, so there's some handy horses in it, but I think Ndola has to be treated with respect, and I'm happy to have 1 unit the win on Ndola. Finishing things off at Sandown with number 12, Overactive in the last. I cannot believe we are getting double figures about this horse. This was its last start jump out at Cranbourne. It's sort of first up. Its last run was in late November, so it's sort of 8 weeks between runs. It started a good SP there on Cranbourne Cup Day, but just wasn't suited by the track pattern. Mark Zara goes on this horse. I think that's a key jockey booking. First up in the past, it's 4 starts for 2 seconds and a third. So I think each way this horse appeals, but I'm just going to go for it for the win. Gate 5 will get a nice run. Probably want further than the 1200 metres in time, but I reckon can strike first up. Last time it was first up, it ran at Geelong behind Barber, beating home Roderick in a good race there at Geelong. So I think it has the ability to strike first up, and as I said just before, I can't believe we're getting double figures about this horse. Moving up to Randwick, we're in race 3. I'm with horse number 8, Highway Strip. Now gate 18, I do see to be a query, but I reckon this horse is really good. As you can see in this replay, we're taking a look at its last start at Randwick. Did not handle the corner. I'm sort of hoping it can either on Saturday burn off its rivals and lead outright, or it can slot in 3 wide with cover. Despite hanging out badly on the turn, it still nearly won this race. Sir Remlap is a really good horse who ended up winning this race. But Highway Strip has had a trial in between runs. It only trialled just on Monday at Warwick Farm, so it's 5 days between trial and race, which I think is presents as X Factor. Has never missed the top 2 in its career. I reckon it's a good horse in time, and if it does everything right on Saturday, I'm expecting it to win. Race 6, I'm with horse number 11, Point and Shoot. This horse has had some bad luck in its past couple of runs. This is its last start run at Wyong, where it settled 3 wide no cover on speed and almost nearly won. Before this, I think I was on it as well, where it looked like it was home and then unstoppable along the inside. Beat it. Gate 11, look, it'll have to go back again, but I think Randwick has a longer straight than Wyong, so I just think it ran also at Randwick 2 starts ago where it probably should have won. Tim Clark goes on, gate 11. It'll settle off midfield, hopefully in the 3 wide running line, be charging home. It's a consistent horse and I'm hoping it can win. Race 8 at Randwick, I like number 3, the favourite Headley Grange. We're going to take a look at its last start win at Wyong. This was also in the Point and Shoot race. It was second up on this occasion and managed to win, which was a good effort. I think third up now on Saturday will be really hitting its top and can improve off this last start performance where it actually broke the track record. From gate 3. I'm hoping it's settled midfield. Hopefully, Hieronymus can keep this horse off the inside. And I reckon, judging off this win at Wyong, that it's good enough to take up the rising class to a benchmark 78 here, put its best foot forward, and hopefully make it another win in its career. Finishing off Randwick with He's Done Hot 2 in race 9. We're going to take a look at its first up run at the Sunshine Coast last start. This was in a $250,000 race, the Sunlight Consolation, and I thought it was a really good run. Was well supported late. I just think this is a very good horse. I like the X factor that it's a 3-year-old against the older horses in this benchmark 78 over 1200 meters. It's only had 5 starts. It has missed the top 3 once in its career, and I don't think there's much more else to say. I just think it's a good horse in time. Gate 9 will be off midfield again, but hopefully by that stage of the day, it's the last race, it can storm down the right part of the track, which is hopefully the outside, and win. Ascot race 6. I like horse number 7, Bold Hero. I wasn't going to throw this in there because it's over in WA, but I wanted to, because I was on this horse last start at about $8.50 when it won this race, and I just remember thinking to myself, I have to follow this horse because it was a really strong win, and it's running in on Saturday. It's the second favourite, paying $3.40, and I just think it's a good chance. Gate 10, I don't know what the jockey will do, Chris Parnham. Will he go back? Will he try and roll forward and get cover? I do concede that the favourite will be hard to beat, Profit and Power, but I just think that Bold Hero's got more upside and we don't know a lot about it yet. It could just come out and, no matter where it settles, just blow this field away. I'm happy to be with it. 2 units the win. Thanks everyone for watching this week's preview. A 29.75 units spend this weekend. Hopefully we get a profit, because I'm pretty confident on a few of these that I've got on Saturday, so hopefully they can get the job done. Thanks everyone for watching. Get to Balnarring on Sunday, and until next video, bye for now.